Nancy, na 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 na, Nancy Drew. Good times always followed you, all those crazy things you do. I used to love to laugh and call you Nancy Drew. But did we forget to steer on the trip that brought us here? Did you roll right past the bus stop? Did you sail right past the pier? Oh, Nancy Drew, what's become of you? You're not the girl I used to know, not the girl who stopped the show. 'Cause now you catalog your fears and analyze the tears, trying to get your defense back in gear. But every time you find a clue, all I seem to do is just to trap you in a mindless game of solitaire for two. Oh, Nancy Drew, oh, what's become of you? You're not the girl I used to know, not the girl who stopped the show. And if you left, I wouldn't blame you. You're such a young girl, you're young enough to run. And still there's one last trace of unity that's promised sense of sun. Neither one of us likes to give up a case till the last research is done. So Nancy, once more through the book, take another look, try to figure out your famous happy ending. There's so much more to do, and this hearted boy needs you. Hey, Nancy Drew, I wanna bet on you again. So Nancy, once more through the book, and take another look, try to figure out your famous happy ending. There's so much more to do, and this hearty boy needs you. Hey, Nancy Drew, I wanna bet on you again. Nancy, na 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 na, Nancy, na 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 na, Nancy, na 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 na.
The Live Stream Code and Rating Administration has rated this online event PG. All ages admitted. Please be kind and stay on topic.
This live stream is sponsored by Friendly TV. With over 40 channels, many of them showing your favorite classic TV shows, Friendly TV is the low-cost streaming service for those of us who remember when television was truly special. I've added a link to Friendly TV in the description section of this video. When you use it to try it out free for 7 days, you will also be supporting this channel. Good evening and welcome to the Good Stuff Live. My name is Dave Sundstrom, and if you enjoy talking about music, movies, and mostly TV from decades gone by, well, you've come to the right place tonight. So tonight is classic TV trivia, And that's most of what we're going to do. Of course, I have some vintage commercials that I want to share for all you folks that are as nutty as me about retro TV. And I've also got a video of mine that is nowhere to be found on YouTube. It's currently locked up in my video vault. And I'll share that with you later on this evening as well, after we get done playing trivia. But before I do anything else, we got to say hello to everybody that's in the chat. It's been going crazy for the last little bit. And I want to make sure that I address my milestone members or my channel members first with their milestone messages. So let me get to those. Let's see. We've got Lance Chaffin in the house. He says, thank you, Dave, my friend. Hope you are well. Hope you are well also, Lance. Lance has been a member for 23 months, going on 2 years, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have him on board. Also, we've got channel member Angela McArdle, who says this channel is so much fun. Well, thank you, Angela. She's been a member for 14 months. Now, I was scanning through the comments prior to the start of the live stream, and it sounds like you were in a car accident today. I am so glad that you and your, I don't remember if you said it was daughter or son, but your child is okay. I'm glad that you guys are all okay. But I, as someone who has been in my fair share of car accidents over the years, I just know how stressful those things are. And so I'm glad you're okay and hope everything goes well with the repair and all the stuff you have to do now. Thank you so much for your milestone message, Angela. We've also got Tracy Roth-Myers, aka Tracy's Fractured History and More, who has been a supporting channel member for 31 months. She says, I'm so happy to see all you guys again. And lastly, in terms of milestone messages, we've got my friend Eric McGill, YouTube channel creator, noted author, aka the Unapologetic Geek, who's been a channel member for 9 months, who says, this is the good stuff for sure. All right. Thank you so much to all my channel members for their milestone messages. Truly appreciate that. Let me go into the comment section now and say hello to other folks that have been hanging out for the last little bit. Let me scroll up to the very top. Let's see, we've said hi to Lance. We haven't said hello to Kenneth Wilkinson. Let's see who else is here. And now if I skip anybody, I've got something that might fix that. I've got some friends with me tonight, but I'll let them do their work in just a minute here. First off, Chance Bartels, the Nostalgic Pod Blast, saying hello from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to have you here with us tonight, Chance. Let's see who else is in the... Look at that, the Hungry Jerk. Tom McCluskey says hello. Good to have you with us, Tom. Channel member Sean Innes says good evening all. Adrian James is here. James Bodner Chuck is with us as well. Lamont Bradford, who says rest in power. Jerry West. Bryn Lynn is here with us this evening and says, Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys Mysteries were great books. The TV series / movies were okay. I agree with you on that assessment. See, I love the books. And my friend Danny Staten from South Carolina is here. A Child is with us as well. Good to have you here. Let's see. Mike Davis, welcome to the live stream, buddy. Always a treat to have you in the chat hanging out with us. Joe Black, welcome. Let's see. Like I said, I might miss a person or two, but I've got a remedy for that. Aztec 21, welcome. Good to have you here. 03, always a treat. Thanks for joining us tonight. Nostalgic Soul, I love that YouTube handle. That's great. Love it. Channel member Rob Pinto, welcome. He says, I finally made one of these. Well, good to have you with us. Good to have you among the 52 people hanging out with us in the live stream right now. Zuperplex is with us this evening. Zuper, always a treat to have you with us. Thanks so much for hanging out. Let's see. Mike Davis says, I'm often working on something, so glad I could make it tonight. Well, you are a busy man. I know from catching your Facebook feed that you are a very busy man doing good work. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, but please don't let this get in the way of the stuff that's really important. Rhymes with Orange, welcome to the live stream tonight. The Nummus Maniac, welcome. Good to have you here all the way from Edmonton, Canada. A good Canadian. Love to have our Canadian neighbors with us. Deborah Battle, welcome to the live stream tonight. Matt Sweeney, great to have you here. Sakina McMurrin, well, that's just great. And Elizabeth Harrison from one of my favorite places in all of the United States, San Diego. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Elizabeth, I think I might be almost caught up. Raja 1938, Ed Reed, I think that is it. I think I've said hello to everybody that has said something in the chat. But if I've missed somebody, oh, by the way, Ed asks if I'm excited about MeTV Tunes. Holy cow, yes. Well, of course, you know, Friendly TV is a sponsor of this live stream. There's a link in the description section of this live stream. You can get MeTV, MeTV Plus, and now starting June 25th, MeTV Tunes as part of your Friendly TV package for, well, just pennies a day. It's the best live TV streaming package for, you know, nostalgic TV fans such as ourselves. But I am very excited for it. Can't wait. I'm gonna just spend a whole day vegging on cartoons. Christy Deanne L, welcome to the live stream. It's the climate, Zuper. The climate in San Diego is just so darn awesome. Let's see. Deborah Battle says happy about MeTV, but right now I'm living the Tubi life. They're both great, right? To me, they address, they hit certain itches, different itches for me, but they're both great. The thing I love about Friendly TV, you know, and I'm a champion of the service because one, it's so economical, and two, it has a DVR that allows me to fast forward through those darn commercials. I love Tubi, but the commercials. Did I say hello to Dominic D? I better have. Channel member Dominic D. Hey, good to have you with us. Mike says, Dave, this is one of my absolute favorite channels. Being here is a real treat. Well, you are one of my favorite people out there, Mike. So having you here is great. But Shump, welcome to the live stream. And I think that is it. Other than Tracy says she likes Pluto. I like Pluto as well. Probably not as much as Tubi. Tubi just seems to have a lot more nostalgic stuff, but it's all great. Did I say hi to Dominic D? I'm saying hi to Dominic D one more time. Lots of great conversation here. I'm going to get off that. I'm going to bring in my friends to say hello to anybody that I missed, and then we'll be back for more fun. All right. Where are you, fellers? I know you're here somewhere. Okay.
Hello. 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 Hello.
If I missed anybody, you know, hello from Lenny and Squiggy, mostly Squiggy there. Squiggy always did the talking, but it's great to have you all here tonight hanging out with me. We're going to do some classic TV trivia in just a minute. I'm going to read a few more comments, though, before we get on to that. Let's see. Lamont Bradford says, I love Tubi. The Nostalgic Podblast says, and I do love this as well. I've got the YouTube Premium, so I don't have any commercials on YouTube, and I love it because things like this. Shout Studios has their own channel now, and they are live streaming great shows such as Space 1999. It's just a constant live stream. It's so awesome to have running. The Sid and Marty Krofft folks are doing that as well. So really great stuff. If you have YouTube Premium, even better because you just don't have to deal with those pesky commercials. Tom loves Tubi and Pluto. Let's see. Yeah, they just barge in whenever. That's what their charm, right? Angela says, Lenny and Squiggy, my faves. Chance says, I love The Ropers, which finally was released on DVD this year, uncut. Rob Pinto says, Space 1999 and Project UFO. I like Project UFO, but even better, and I'm not sure if you mean this, is Jerry Anderson's UFO, which came out a couple years before Space 1999. Let's see. Adrian James says Farscape is on there as well. The chat was moving so fast I skipped a couple people. Nostalgic Soul says Lenny and Squiggy were the original Kramers, just barging in. Yeah. Channel member Sean Ennis says, I love David Landers in his small role in Used Cars. He was so good. Channel member Tracy Roth-Myers says, who owns the Croft Empire now? Well, you know, we've still got one of the brothers alive, and there's family members, lots of family members. So I'd say the Crofts. Let's see what else we've got here. Butch says, can't wait for 625 and MeTV Tunes. So excited. I think it's a Boomerang killer. I really think you'll see Boomerang around for a while as a cable channel, but Boomerang had a standalone app. They were charging $5.99 a month for just Boomerang. You know, you can get friendly TV with MeTV, MeTV Plus, and MeTV Tunes for $6.99 a month. How can you go wrong? Let's see. Alpha's live streaming 24/7 too, says Raja 1938. Channel member Tracy Rothmeyer says, I paid $3.99 at Goodwill for the entire Honeymooners show. I just love that show. I love picking up DVD sets at Goodwill and other thrift stores in the area. Chance says Jerry and Sylvia Anderson's UFO. Yeah, so good. I don't know if you agree with me there with the ha at the end, but I love it. Stryker. Mike Davis says the original Kramers. Never thought of that, but so true. Absolutely. Rhymes with Orange said Boomerang used to be free. Not the 24/7 stream on the app. I didn't think it was, but it was part of many cable packages, and I guess that kind of felt free, even though you were paying for a cable package. Channel member Dominic D says David Lander did the voice of Jerry Lewis in Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down cartoon. That makes total sense. He's got it, he's got it nailed. Adrian James says, I watched the whole run of Captain Scarlet on Shout. Yeah, such a cool thing that these channels are doing now. And if they own the material, right, or at least have paid for the privilege of airing it, then there's no reason why they can't do that on YouTube. Raja 1938 talking about the Honeymooners DVD set says that was a great deal. Channel member Dominic D says they were great. Channel member Angela McCardle says, I watched this quirky and funny film that I recently got on DVD called What's So Bad About Feeling Good? I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look it up. Channel member Keith E is here, says, sorry, I was moderating a vicious fight about Disney. Well, people are getting quite vicious about Disney these days. There's a lot of very, polarizing opinions about Disney. Me, I just enjoy the material that they air sometimes, and sometimes I don't. But I don't really let myself get all worked up about it. Butch says, sadly, when it comes to Scooby Sundays, only 15 of the 17 new Scooby Sunday-Do movies will be seen. Yes, because of the certain, I don't know if it's copyright or trademark or how that works, but there are legal shenanigans, as you so eloquently put it there in your comment, Butch. Mike Davis says, the Honeymooners, yes, absolutely love that show. And let me see. Tom says, I do the thrift market scene all the time. I love going to thrift markets. And, DVDs are $1 or $2 if you're just talking about a movie. So they're cheap. It's way better than going, reminds me of going to the video rental store, but I'm paying less and I get to keep it. Channel member Sean Ennis says, Anderson's UFO was really thrilling to me as a young kid. Yeah, me too. And scary to me. Nostalgic Podblast says, Jerry and Sylvia Anderson's UFO had 26 episodes produced between 1969 and 1970. Love it. The show probably can't stream since some episodes had pop songs in them, including The Beatles' Get Back. I did not know that. Don't remember that, but sounds right. You're kind of the expert here. I'm going to absolutely agree with you on that. Hey, look at this. We've got a super chat from Joe Black who says, thank you. Always have a great time with you and friends. Well, thank you so much. Let me find a way to say thanks. I'm just going to randomly pick one. I think it's Ed. Thanks. so much for that. And I'm going to skip down to a super sticker from Lance Chaffin. That's very kind of you, Lance. Great to have you back in channel membership fold. Let's do this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Lance. Truly appreciate that. All right. I think we should do some trivia. What do you think? Let me go ahead and get rid of that. And let me bring trivia up on the screen. I've got 10 questions, classic TV questions from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I don't think I have any from the 50s this time around or any from the 90s. I think we are in the holy trinity of classic TV decades, at least in my opinion. And do I want to do commercials first? No, I think I'll do 5 questions and then I'll do the retro commercials. So let's get rolling here. As always, feel free to put your answer in the comment section or in the chat if you want. If you're watching this on replay, of course, you can put your answers in the comment section if you want. Doesn't have the same impact because it's not live. But definitely when we get done, I want to know your scores one way or the other, either in the chat or in the comment section. Question number 1. I've got to get my timer ready to go too here, so let me get that all set up. Okay, I got my 30-second timer. Question number 1 is this. What was the first cartoon to ever air as a primetime television series? Was it Johnny Quest, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, or the Simpsons? Timer engaged. Again, what was the first cartoon to ever air as a primetime TV series? Your choices are Johnny Quest, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, or the Simpsons. While you guys think about that and post your answers in the chat or just kind of lock them in your noggin, I'm going to take a swig here. First time I've tried the spiced Coke Zero. And you know what? I kind of like it. It's different. Correct answer is the Flintstones. I think a year later, ABC aired the Jetsons in prime time. Okay. Next question. Question number 2. On Knight Rider, what are the names of Kit's mechanics? Are they, I should say, April and May, April and Bonnie, May and June, or Bonnie and Amy? Timer engaged. I will read the question one more time. On Knight Rider, what are the names of Kit's mechanics? Your choices are April and May, April and Bonnie, May and June, or Bonnie and Amy. Now you guys can, of course you can put A, B, C, and D in the chat. I think we all know how those correspond if you don't want to type in the whole thing. The correct answer is April and Bonnie. Okay. Let's do one more and then we'll get scores. Question number 3. What does the A in A-Team stand for? I've asked this one before. Is it action, alpha, amazing, or awesome? Timer engaged. What does the A in A-Team stand for? Action, alpha, amazing, or awesome? I love it when a good live stream comes together, or I should say when a plan comes together. One of my favorite quotes from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Take that off the screen. Correct answer is alpha. Okay, before we get to question 4, let's get some scores on the screen. Scroll down here past all the answers. Let's see. I think the first one, that's for after 2. Let me go to when we got after 3. Here we go. Channel member Angela McArdle, it's 3 of 3. Commander Kane, a.k.a. Paula R., is 3 for 3. Superplex, 2 for 3. Channel member Lance Chaffin, 3 of 3. Channel member Sean Innes, 1 of 3. Boo. Don't feel bad. Kenneth Wilkinson's 1 of 3 as well. These Days Are Ours is 3 of 3. Tug, the Unapologetic Geek, is 2 of 3. Let's see. Sakina McMurrin, 3 of 3. Christy DNL, 3 of 3. Channel member Dominic D, 3 of 3. The Nostalgic Pod Blast, 3 of 3. Fangirlable is 2 of 3. John, I like that. Simply John, 3 of 3. And Mike Davis is 3 of 3 so far. Bigelow.65, 1 of 2. Joined us late, I guess. Joe Black, 1 of 3. Channel member Rob Pinto, 3 of 3. Pure guess on the mechanics' names. Well, you guessed well, my friend. You guessed well. Channel member Tracy Roth-Myers, 2 of 3. Terrell Eugene Bellinger, 1 of 3. Tom McCluskey, 2 of 3. Lamont Bradford, 2 of 3. And Deborah Battle, 3 of 3. Gary Carpenter, 3 of 3. And channel member Keith E. points out that we've got 63, now 66 people hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight on a Wednesday. It's always great to have you with me. Nostalgic Soul, 3 of 3. Let's see. Oh, Sean says, channel member Sean Innes says, I crushed Thrash's Star Trek, the original series quiz when I got around to watching it. No one was there to celebrate my moment with me. Boo-hoo. Hey, can we all, just a moment, can we all send congratulations to Sean's way? Can we do that? It's tough when you're watching it on the replay and no one's there to see your awesomeness. So congratulations to you, Sean. And I was going to linger on this comment a little more, but I do have another super chat from channel member Rob Pinto who says, paying for a Welk-free zone. So if I played the Welk thank you video, that would not be appropriate, right? Okay, let me find something else then. Hold on a moment, Rob. And as always, I honor those requests. I do enjoy the fembots.
I have created the ultimate weapon to defeat Austin Powers. Bring in the fembots!
Rob, thank you for your support, and I promise to keep it Welk-free tonight. I promise. Okay, let me make sure I've got everybody taken care of. I do. Let's get back to the questions then, okay? All right, question number 4. Rick Springfield's television debut was in what TV series? Was it Battlestar Galactica, General Hospital, Mission Magic, or The $6 Million Man? Timer engaged. Rick Springfield's TV debut was in what series? Was it Battlestar Galactica, General Hospital, Mission Magic, or The $6 Million Man? I read that so fast, I've got time to take a little break here. Now, I know the answer to this, but I'm thinking was in at least 3 of the 4. And the correct answer is Mission Magic, which was a Saturday morning program. I think it debuted in 1973, long before Battlestar Galactica and General Hospital. I don't think he was ever on the $6 Million Man. Could be wrong on that one, but Mission Magic is the correct answer. We will do one more, and then we're going to do some vintage television commercials. for a minute. On the Facts of Life, what famous actress was dropped as a series regular after the first season? Was it Ali Sheedy, Demi Moore, Molly Ringwald, or Winona Ryder? Excited to see her in the new Beetlejuice movie that's coming out in October. Again, timer engaged. On the Facts of Life, what famous actress was dropped as a series regular after the first season? Was it Ali Sheedy, Demi Moore, Molly Ringwald, or Winona Ryder? Went and saw Furiosa today with my youngest son. He took me to lunch and to a movie for an early Father's Day gift. Thank you, Evan. And really, really enjoyed Furiosa. If you liked Mad Max Fury Road, you will definitely like Furiosa. Okay, correct answer is Molly Ringwald. Yep, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, and The Facts of Life. Now you know. All right, I'm going to stop right here on question number 6, and we're going to do some vintage television commercials, and then I'll be back in, 2 minutes.
You can feel us coming now, a fresh look on the scene, with a whole new style of living, light and crisp and clean. That's why now we say the age of 7-Up is here, because we love that crisp, refreshing taste, so light and crystal clear. Move it up, look it up. Hey, Dave Parker's turning 7-Up. America is turning 7-Up. Reach it up, feel it up.
Mike Schmidt's turning 7-Up.
America is turning 7-Up.
My car's a 10, and I keep her that way. I protect her looks with Son of a Gun.
Keep a good thing going. Son of a gun.
STP Son of a Gun helps protect your vinyl and rubber against everyday wear and tear. Son of a Gun, the penetrating protector that penetrates vinyl pores and openings and leaves a lustrous protective coating.
When you got a 10, you've got a protector.
Keep a good thing going. Son of a gun.
Saturday, movie making turns into a deadly business when Morgan tries the toughest stunt of all. All right, Morgan, bring it in. 240 Roberts. And on the Love Boat.
Care to dance, Twinkle Toes?
There's a new woman in Doc's life, but she's got her eye on somebody else.
My God.
Let's check the scoreboard and see how Coleco's head-to-head electronic baseball stacks up against the competition. Sure, some games have base stealing and pitch selection. But for real two-player action, only head-to-head baseball has computed batting averages for each player, hitting for average or for extra power, 16 pitching variations, including a pitch-out, extra inning scoring, and more. It's no contest. Get head-to-head electronic baseball by Coleco, now that you know the score.
Take a good look, America. You're getting something new this fall.
Give it to him, Bill.
Beautiful women in a great new comedy. What women talk about behind the doors. It's a living. New friends and new comedy this fall for you and me.
All right. Let me see here. Question number 6. So we'll do this question and then we'll get scores. What was the name of the inn that Dick and Joanna owned on Newhart? Was it the Concord Inn, the Lakeside Lodge, the Stratford Inn, or the Town and Country? Let me go ahead and engage the timer. 69 people hanging out with us now. 69. Bill and Ted love that number. What was the name of the inn that Dick and Joanna owned on Newhart? Was it the Concord Inn, Lakeside Lodge, Stratford Inn, or Town and Country? And to all those folks that are arriving late, thank you so much for hanging out with me a little bit this evening. It is just so great to have so many people, on a Wednesday night of all nights, just reliving the good times, wonderful classic television memories, right? And speaking of, earlier there was a comment in the chat about the Scooby-Doo movies and how they were going to be on the new Me TV Tunes on Sunday evenings. That is the video that is currently locked up in my vault. I don't have it anywhere on YouTube. The only place you're going to see it is right here on the live stream tonight. It's a video that I made a few years back, but given that we do have Me TV Tunes coming debuting here just, the 23rd or 25th? Drawing a blank now. I know I read it in the chat, and I should know it. I think it's the 25th of June. Given that we have that Me TV Tunes coming up, I'm just so excited. We'll watch that video in just a little bit, but we got to get to the answer and then see scores. Correct answer is the Stratford Inn. All right, let me go over to comments, and I'm going to have to scroll down to the very end. Oh, so much scrolling. So much scrolling. Let's get to some scores here. Okay, I think this is the first one. I think it's from channel member Angela McArdle, who says 6 of 6. What a night you are having. You deserve it after the horrible, horrible day that you had with your car accident. Good job so far, Angela. Kenneth Wilkinson is 3 of 6. Channel member Lance Chaffin, 6 for 6. Superplex, 4 for 6. Christy D&L, 2 of 3. Nostalgic Soul, 5 of 6. Got tripped up by Rick Springfield. It's easy one to get tripped up on. I think a lot of folks are tempted to go with Battlestar Galactica on that one. Chance Bartell says 6 of 6 for his score so far, and Tug is 3 of 6. Harold the Hatter, welcome to the live stream, Harold, 1 of 3. Channel member Sean Innes says a shaky 3 of 6, and Commander Kane, aka Paul R, 6 of 6. Tom McCluskey, 4 of 6. Channel member Tracy Roth Myers, 3 of 6. The Four Doorman is 3 of 5. Just sad. That's not sad. And are you having fun? That's the most important part. I think people get really caught up in the scores. You shouldn't. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying the conversation, that's what this is all about tonight. Sakina McMurrin, 5 of 6. Christy Deanne L corrects her score and says 5 of 6. Lamont Bradford, 6 of 6. Mike Davis, 5 of 6. Gary Carpenter, 5 of 6. Fangirlable, 4 of 6. Teb, 4 of 6. Channel member Dominic D, 6 of 6. Channel member Rob Pinto, 5 of 6. Rick Springfield got him as well. Deborah Battle, 5 of 6. Never knew Rick was on TV as a kid. He wasn't a kid. He was an adult, and it was an animated show on ABC. It debuted the same year as the Super Friends, so I think 73. And it was an interesting show because it was live action Rick and animated Rick. Mission Magic. Kind of a fun show. Had a lot of good Rick Springfield songs in it. 3 of 6. Not the stuff we're used to because it was before he became really popular with Jesse's Girl, but still great songs. Rhymes with Orange, 3 of 6. Big Low Dot 65 thinks 3 of 5. And Commander Kane says Jesse was a friend. Well, you know, he's been a good friend of mine. Lately, things have changed. It's kind of hard to define. Jesse got himself a girl, and I want to make her mine. I don't want to make her mine. I've got myself a wonderful girl who I've been married to for, oh my goodness, this is going to be 33 years. The Big Tent Ringmaster got here late, 3 of 3. I don't know, probably just the Ringmaster, huh? We'll go with the Ringmaster. Let's see. Yeah, I love this. Tug says the final score will be fun out of 10, and that's exactly what it should be. All right. I think I've got all the scores, hopefully. Channel member Lisa Fields says, I'm here late and got 2 so far. Good job. Good job. Okay. Channel member Sean Innes says, Rick is Australian too, isn't he? He is. I never detected an accent. I don't think he has one anymore. And the Four Doorman says Rick Springfield's autobiography was pretty good. I'm tempted to get that one. Fangirlable says it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's how you play the game. That's right. It's how you enjoyed the game. That's the way I look at it. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Question 7. Which star of Batman appeared in the Three Stooges' final feature film? Was it Adam West, Burt Ward, Madge Blake, or Neil Hamilton? Let me get my timer going here. It's engaged. So which star from the 1966 to 1968 TV series called Batman appeared in the Three Stooges' final feature film? Was it Adam West, Burt Ward, Madge Blake, or Neil Hamilton? Neil Hamilton, by the way, played Commissioner Gordon. Madge Blake played Aunt Harriet. Correct answer is Mike Davis. I hope you know this one, my fellow Bat brother. Adam West. And The Outlaws is Coming, I think is the name of it, or The Outlaws Are Coming. I can't remember if it was a purposeful grammatical mistake on the title, or if it's, but The Outlaws Are Coming was the name of that feature film. On The Greatest American Hero, what government agency did Bill Maxwell work for? Was it the ATF, the CIA, the FBI, or NASA? Timer engaged. I'm going to take a swig real quick. My throat's getting a little dry. Kind of weird. I don't think I'm coming down with anything. Might just be a little bit of allergies. On The Greatest American Heroes. The Greatest American Hero. What agency did Bill Maxwell work for? ATF, CIA, FBI, or NASA? Correct answer is FBI. Yes, Bill Maxwell, played by Robert Culp, was an FBI agent. All right, the TV show Happy Days. Someone in the chat has a YouTube handle that is These Days Are Ours. I like that handle. It, of course, comes from the Happy Days theme song. Anyway, the TV show Happy Days premiered in what year? Was it 1971, 1974, 1976, or 1978? Timer engaged, and I will read the question one more time. The TV show Happy Days premiered in what year? 1971, 1974, 1976, or 1978? Got about 10 seconds to finalize your answer. What else did I see in the trailers? There's a lot of trailers they play in front of movies these days. I bet you we got a half an hour worth of trailers and commercials before Furiosa started. And was there any other movies? Oh, I don't know if there were that many trailers that I was super stoked about. The Beetlejuice one, I really am looking forward to. There's a new Aliens movie coming out. I don't know how excited I am about that. I did love the Wolverine and Deadpool. It wasn't a trailer. It was Wolverine dropping multiple F-bombs, telling people to turn off their phones. They were all beeped out, so it was fine for this setting. And Furiosa is an adult film anyway, but it was very funny, and I wholeheartedly agree. Those folks that will not turn off their damn phones at the movie theater, and you're watching the movie, and all of a sudden someone in front of you pulls their phone out and they're checking messages or something. Come on, for 2 hours, can you just knock it off? Be courteous to everyone around you. Anyway, Wolverine said it in a much less eloquent way. Correct answer is 1974 for Happy Days. It's the show's 50 year anniversary this year. Great show. One of my all-time favorites. By the way, I talk about my favorite shows from each decade on Pat McCormick's Golden Rage of Television podcast. It was last week's episode. I don't know if he's published a new one yet, so it might be the newest episode over there. Lots of fun visiting with Pat about classic television. Final question, and then we'll get scores. I'm going to wet the whistle real quick. What is the name of the bird-like warrior Buck Rogers encountered during season 2? Was it Eagle-Eye Cherry, Hawk, the Falcon, or Robin? Timer engaged. Better take another swig here. I really do. I kind of like this spice stuff. They had a version of Coke not too long ago that was AI inspired, is what they called it. And this reminds me a little bit of that, but I think I like this better. I don't think it's going to be around for long. Every time I go to the store, there's tons of this spice stuff, and the other variations of Diet Coke and Coke Zero are sometimes harder to find. All right, correct answer is Hawk. What a great character. In an otherwise not so great season, the way I think about Buck Rogers season 2, Hawk was the bright shining spot, and he made watching those episodes pretty darn fun. So, all right, let's get some final scores, folks. Tell me how you did. I'm going to do some scrolling, and it looks like I have a super chat I need to get to here in just a minute. But let's get scores first. Let's see. Got to keep scrolling. There were lots of conversation. I love to see the conversation. I love it. Looks like lots of folks got Hawk right. Okay. Let's see. Kenneth Wilkinson comes in first at 5 out of 10. Great. Bigelow.65 says they should just leave the theater and take it outside of the movie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tracy Rothmeyer's channel member, Tracy Rothmeyer, says, score of happy and fun. Love it. Love it. Yes, Hawk was played by Tom Christopher. Channel member Keith E says 6 out of a possible 10. Christy Deanne L, 7 out of 10. Channel member Sean Innes, 6 out of 10. Deborah Battle, pretty nice score, 8 out of 10. And look at this, Angela McArdle, channel member Angela McArdle, automobile accident survivor, Angela McArdle, 10 out of 10. Again, hope everything goes well with that, Angela. Commander Kane, 10 out of 10. Nicely done. Superplex, 7 out of 10. Sakina McMurrin, 9 out of 10. Very respectable score. Sakina Fangirlable, 7 out of 10. Nostalgic Soul got 9 out of 10. Mike Davis, 8 out of 10. Well done. Channel member Rob Pinto, 7 of 10. Channel member Lance Chaffin, 10 out of 10. Gary Carpenter, 8 out of 10. David C. came in late. Have to play the rest during the replay. 1 of 3. Good to have you with us, David. Channel member Dominic D, 9 of 10. Yeah, Mel Blanc wasn't doing well. He was ill for part of season 2, and they brought in someone else who didn't even try to sound like Mel Blanc. Oh, I was stunned as well. Another problem with season 2 for sure. Bigelow.65 is fun out of 9. Nicely done. Tug, the unapologetic geek, channel member as well, 5 of 10. Tom McCluskey, 7 of 10. Chance Bartels, the nostalgic Podblast, perfect score, so 10 out of 10. Terrell Eugene Bellinger, 7 out of 10. Channel member Lisa Fields, 4 out of 10. Tug says, oops, I mean fun out of 10. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well played. IBE says, I enjoyed the Hawk character because he was a Spock ripoff. He was kind of like that. They were looking to develop a similar relationship that Kirk had with Spock, Buck had with Hawk. Yes. Can't remember the name of the guy who played, who did the voice of Twiki, but like I said, he did not even try to sound like Mel Blanc's Twiki. Mike Davis says, woohoo, Angela. Yeah, nicely done, Angela. Let's see. Andrea McArdle is probably who you're talking about, Ringmaster, right? I think I've got everybody's scores. So let me go back up to that super chat. What? There were 2 super chats from the Ringmaster? Holy cow. The Ringmaster says, you're so good at keeping everyone engaged and feeling part of the conversation. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And that's 2 super chats. Well, you get double the thank you then. Here, let me go ahead and pull up a couple of my favorite. Oh, I so badly want to play the Welk, but it's a Welk-free zone tonight. Let's do Steve Martin, then I'll come up with something else here.
And now, it's time for a little dance, and here we go.
How about Wednesday from the Addams Family? That's a fun one. Thank you so much, Ringmaster. Truly appreciate your support tonight. I think I got everybody there. Let's see. Oh, we got another milestone message here from channel member Keith E., who says, thanks for being the excellent person you are. Right back at you, Keith E., who has been a channel member here for 18 months. Really appreciate your support. And folks, if you considered, if you're not a channel member, I would encourage you to consider becoming a channel member. It's just a couple bucks a month. It gives you access to exclusive live streams. They're more informal, right? Because there's only a few of us that are channel members. So it's easier for me to have conversations with everybody and read all of the chats when it's a smaller group. And that's what those informal channel member live streams are all about. I give folks advance access to all of my videos. So like right now, channel members can go and watch my tribute. Let's call it a tribute to the Goot, Steve Gutenberg. He's such a wonderful person. And I really enjoyed putting together a video about Steve. I think I'll probably publish it for everyone to see. It should have access to all probably on Friday. So if you don't have channel membership, you will be seeing that video soon as well. And then, of course, the other thing that channel membership gets you is, in addition to my love and appreciation, is it also gives you, there are some exclusive videos. Like right now, we're reading this book together, TV Talk. It's a 1975 book by Peggy Hertz. Some channel members, Angela McArdle, as an example, have actually gone as far as to go and pick up this book so that she can read along with the videos. But I'm having a lot of fun doing that as well. So lots of fun things that we do that I do exclusively for channel members as a way to show my support. All right. As promised, I've got a video that is in the vault. I've talked a little bit about it. It's about the Scooby-Doo movies. I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to read a few more comments, and then we're going to call it a night. Let me go ahead and see if I can rustle up that video. Be back in just a minute. Video vault. When I was young, Scooby-Doo was about the coolest cartoon you could watch on Saturday mornings. Yeah, I know there were a lot of really great cartoons created just for kids way back then, but there was just something about those meddling kids and their loyal Great Dane. If I remember my Scooby trivia correctly, at least at some point during the creation of the original 1969 cartoon, the show was going to be titled The Mystery Five, and Scoob was initially planned to be more of a sidekick. However, as the show's writers continued to develop the characters, it became clear that Scooby was indeed the star of the show. Some of my earliest memories of Saturday mornings center around Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? I'd grab a big bowl of Lucky Charms and head downstairs in our split-level home, turn on the TV, and then wait for it to warm up. Yep, I distinctly remember that. At least for a period of time, we had a TV that would take almost a full minute to warm up to the point where you could see the picture. The audio was there right away, but the video? Well, not so much. Then I'd usually have to piddle around with the antenna for a bit to get a picture that was mostly ghost-free. Just saying all this makes me realize how grateful I am for the super clear, instant-on HD televisions that we have today. And yes, I'm still grateful for Lucky Charms as well. Mostly the marshmallows, though. So anyway, getting back to the show, who doesn't remember the relatively non-violent but super spooky adventures of Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scoob? The best part of these original episodes was the uber-loyal relationship of Shaggy Rogers and his best friend Scooby. And a running gag on the show was their massive appetites. I loved how regardless of how scary the situation was that they were in, they were also very, very hungry. Always hungry.
I wish I had a ham sandwich to calm my nerves. Well, what do you know?
I also loved that ultimately at the end of every episode, the so-called scary creature would be unmasked and the team would explain in great detail how the case was solved. And who can forget the classic line, "And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids." Such good stuff. So with all that said, you can just imagine my excitement when in 1972 CBS's Saturday morning offerings included the new Scooby-Doo movies. The cartoon was expanded from 30 to 60 minutes, and best of all, along with ghosts, vampires, and all sorts of spooky creatures, the gang would encounter stars of stage and screen. We're talking big stars of the day: Sandy Duncan, Sonny and Cher, Dick Van Dyke, and the legendary Don Knotts. Words can't describe just how awesome this show was. I mean, think about it. Really? Larry, Moe, and Curly? Legends! I believe this cartoon was my actual introduction to the Three Stooges. Afterward, I made it a point to learn more about these classic comedic characters, and to this day, I have a soft spot for their particular brand of humor, as I do for this great comedic duo. Yep, Laurel and Hardy found their way into a Scooby-Doo mystery, and it was television gold. As was the appearance of the Harlem Globetrotters. This one was especially cool because I loved the Globetrotters growing up, especially Meadowlark Lemon and Curly Neal. I would spend hours practicing my own trick shots and imagining that I was part of the team. Of course, I had a few things working against me on that one, but a guy can dream, right? And being a big fan of I Dream of Jeannie, how could I not love it when the gang encountered her animated counterpart? Jeannie was so cute, and that Babu guy, well, he was pretty funny as well. But the greatest moment of all, the crowning achievement of this particular version of Scooby-Doo, was when they were slated to meet the Caped Crusaders. When the show originally aired, at the end of each episode, there would be a brief preview of what was coming next week and who would be the guest. And when this picture of the dynamic duo flashed across my screen, I literally screamed for joy. This was before Super Friends, and because it was before VCRs, I hadn't seen the late 60s animated version of Batman and Robin yet. Let's just say Batman sightings on TV were relatively few and far between back then, so you can imagine my excitement to see my all-time favorite comic book character back on TV. However, when the set warmed up the following Saturday morning, this is what I saw: the Paris Accord, the end of the U.S.'s involvement in Vietnam. I remember my father telling me not to be sad because it was a good thing, but I couldn't help but be just a little bit disappointed. Back then, I never did get to see the gang's adventures with Batman and Robin. And yes, there were two of them. But ultimately, years later, technology would provide me with ample chances to catch both episodes, and you know what? They were great. Even if, for some strange reason, the animators chose to color Batman's cowl so that it looked like his neck was showing. You'd think I'd be over that by now, but it still bugs me that no one cared enough to fix that. Well, they did fix it on the cover of the DVD release, but that's it. Still, they are fun to watch from time to time. And really, it was the beginning of a partnership that would endure. Over the years, the Scooby Gang have met Batman multiple times in the comics. And a couple of years ago, Warner Home Media released a brand new Scooby-Doo movie where the gang once again joins forces with the Dark Knight. And Cartoon Network has a series called Scooby-Doo and Guess Who that once again revisits the weekly guest star format. To date, there have been real-life characters like Weird Al and Wanda Sykes on the show, and other guest stars slated to appear are, from the fictional but fun category, folks like Sherlock Holmes, Wonder Woman, and you guessed it. Yep, Batman is back, baby. Batman is back. All of the Scooby-Doo shows have been great, but the original movies are in a league all their own. Did I mention that Mama Cass, Phyllis Diller, and Jonathan Winters make an appearance as well? I know, such a great show. In the mid-70s, Scooby-Doo would defect from CBS to ABC, and you know what? Things never really were the same, at least for me. If I had to point fingers, I'd blame it on this guy. That's Scrappy-Doo. That's Scrappy-Doo! Oh. I shouldn't be too hard on the little feller. He was he was really the animated version of Cousin Oliver, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. We have here a few comments I want to get to. I think I read this one already, but I'm going to read it again because it's from channel member Keith E. It's his milestone message, and I want to make sure that it gets read again. Well, he's thanking me for being awesome, so kind of self-serving there, but I'm okay. I'll move on. Channel member John Collins says member for 32 months. I think John may have there. You know what? All of the numbers are a little bit distorted because for a while, these folks were following me on Patreon. So it's closer to, closer to 3 years. But John says, I'm sorry that I'm late. However, I am in buffering heck in my internet. It's been down for almost 4 days now using my mobile data on the phone. Holy cow. Nothing's more frustrating when the internet's down and they just seem to take forever to fix it. I ended up changing providers, leaving Xfinity because of that. Channel member Sean Innes says the billing must be slightly off for me. I can't post my membership streak. You get one milestone message a month. Is it possible you did one less than 30 days ago? I don't know. Great to have your support, though, Sean. Thanks so much. And I certainly recognize the tremendous support that you've provided over the past many, many months. The Ringmaster says, remember that the TV that worked on top of the big console set that wasn't working? Yeah, and in my case, the console was color, but the TV that they would put on top of the console was just like a 13-inch black and white. And the folks didn't have money to immediately fix the console. And so it would go months sometimes where we'd be watching that black and white TV on top of the big color console. Channel member Sean Innes says, oh man, I don't miss carrying a big CRT TV when moving. I love flat screens. So do I. And you know, my mom just had her birthday a couple weeks ago, and you all know how much she meant to me. She passed away a few years back, suffered from dementia. I lost her. Really, I lost her a year or two before that. But what my mom would do when I was sick, she would lug, and she wouldn't, not the console, but she would lug that portable TV into my bedroom and make me all comfy, get me a sandwich. She'd make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Mom put butter on the PB&J sandwiches. I'm not quite sure why, but I still appreciated it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and the Ringmaster says, I was told the big console TV was too expensive to fix. Yeah, so was I. Tubes. I remember going with my dad down to the department store, and they'd have this tube tester machine, and we'd test out the tubes and see if that was the problem. Folks, it has been an absolute delight hanging out with you all today. John, I got your email. I haven't responded to it yet. I've been off hanging out with my son on an early Father's Day extravaganza where we went to lunch and saw Furiosa. So I saw that you sent me a review of My Left Foot. Looking forward to the channel member movie club live stream this Sunday evening where we talk about that movie. Should be a lot of fun. Is there anything else? Yeah, it's all about me. Dave Sundstrom is spoiling. Oh, don't even, Ringmaster. Do not bring up that horrible creature named Mrs. Beasley. Oh my gosh. Yeah, way worse than Scrappy-Doo. Way worse than Scrappy-Doo. I can't read all these comments. You know what I love, and I've said this before, but I will go back and watch the live stream, and it's kind of hard for me a little bit because I don't really enjoy listening to myself talk again. I catch all my verbal tics and the things that I say that, there are moments where I'm not all that eloquent, and it's painful to watch that part of the live stream. But what makes it worth it is to read the chat. And so I'm looking forward to going back and reading everybody's comments. But hey, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out with me this evening. You've all been great, and I truly, truly appreciate everybody's engagement. And you know what? Just the warmth that just comes out of the chat, and the way you all treat each other, truly like not just community members, but friends. I hope you all have a great remainder of the week, and I hope to see all the channel members here on Sunday evening as we talk about the Daniel Day-Lewis film, My Left Foot. So thanks, everybody. And as always, it's time to bring Fred on to, he's so eloquent and a pretty darn good singer. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you all soon.
You are special.